Hey, you there. Yeah, you. Are you thinking time to rest? Um,
Kinda.
that's the feeling that I get sometimes whenever someone asks me that question. And why is that the case? Well, it's because I'm the type of person who wants to work on something really hard without stopping. I used to be like this throughout my college years, and I didn't really think much of it up until the year 2020. When I started reading the Bible back at this time, I came across these two different verses that really stuck out to me, and those are Matthew 11:28 and Exodus 20:8 through 11. And both of these verses talk basically about rest and Sabbath, where you're not supposed to work on anything for that day. Matthew 11:28 says, "Come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And Exodus 20:8 through 11 says, "Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work. But the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work, neither you, nor your son or daughter, nor your male or female servant, nor your animals, nor any foreigner residing in your towns. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them. But he rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy." When seeing those two verses, this made me feel guilty, and it still does to this day, because to be honest, I don't really follow through this rule quite well. Back then, I used to think that I wanted or needed to get something done with that day given. And this was not just for the Sabbath, but also for each day during the evenings as well. When I used to read different articles about the topic rest, and how there's actually a lot of benefit to rest than not rest at all, that's when I realized I needed to do something about it. And if there's those who don't believe me, I would like to expand more about the biblical standpoint about how rest can really help in your life. And then afterwards, I will go more into how it actually really helps in your everyday life. To begin from a biblical standpoint, the first time rest or Sabbath was mentioned was in Genesis 2:2 when the world was created by the Lord. And that verse was, "By the seventh day God had finished the work he had been doing. So on the seventh day he rested from all his work." I could see a lot of people watching this and thinking to themselves,
Well, if the Lord is almighty, why did he actually need to rest if he can do anything?
although this is true that the Lord can do anything, let me expand more quickly about what he did on each day when the world was first formed. On the first day, God formed light, and on the second day, God created the sky. On the third day, the lands, the seas, the plants, and the trees were created, and on the fourth day, the sun, moon, and stars were formed. On the fifth day, there were creatures who lived in the sea and were able to fly. On the sixth day, there were animals that were formed on land and humans as well, and of course on the seventh day, that was when the Lord rested. If you notice there, the Lord created everything that he wanted to do within the first 6 days, and he did all that he wanted. Therefore, since he was satisfied with all of his work that he did, he made the rest day for him. The second point that I would like to make is that the Lord made rest for all of us. Since there's no human at all that's perfect in this world, except for the Lord above, God knew rest would be important for us, whether that be for the physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. He made the Sabbath day for us to be able to spend time with him and not be sidetracked by our work at all. It's very easy for people, myself included talking here, to be running around like chickens with their heads cut off and forget that we need to honor him for all that he has done for us. This would be like the littlest things that we don't think about every day, like thanking him for his protection of us, his love, and always able to listen to us 24/7. We never have to worry about him not being present, nor wanting to listen to our problems, whether that be big or small. That honestly makes him a truly loving father, if you really think about it. I mean, he made this as a commandment out of the 10 that there are. It's amazing that he thought about it this much that he wants his followers to basically push the brakes in their life for a moment and to really take time to rest with him and ourselves as well. If you're still wanting to know more about why the Lord finds the rest day to be really important for us, I will provide a link down in the description below that pretty much explains it more into detail, and I highly suggest that you check it out too. Now, since this video is mostly related from a biblical standpoint about why rest is important, I would like to add in more about how rest or breaks can really make a difference in your life. And this isn't just spiritually, but also physically and mentally as well. And honestly, it would take a whole nother video to talk more about this topic about rest, which more than likely I will do in the near future. But for this video, I will share 3 reasons on why it's important to take breaks. Number 1, you're able to get your work done 2 times as fast compared to not taking any breaks or working non-stop. Doing this kind of work nonstop to yourself can definitely lead yourself to having bad burnouts and lose focus and energy to keep going. But when having a break set up in advance for you, you already have something that you're looking forward to doing. This can also be like a test to yourself to see how much you can work on something before the timer goes off or when you're definitely needing to have that break. And my recommendation to you is to not work any more than 2 hours, because if you are at that rate, it's definitely time for you to take a break. Number 2, you're giving yourself permission to do something else that's not work related and go into it next time after a long break or the next day with a much clearer mindset. And by this, I don't necessarily recommend you taking a break when you're in front of a screen. That could be like scrolling through your phone, checking on social media, watching an episode of Netflix, or even watching a YouTube video. Except you can watch mine, of course, since it will help you. But anyways, you don't want to necessarily use that time to be in front of a screen if possible, because you're not giving your brain a full break that it deserves. Instead, why don't you try using this time to work on this particular goal or habit that you've always wanted to do? This could be playing an instrument, reading a book, meditating with a clear mind, especially if you're working on something, or even taking a quick power nap. There are definitely a lot of ways to help take that better break for yourself, and this could help having something you're looking forward to do so that you can go into your work with a much clearer mindset the next time. Number 3, you want to add rest or breaks in your life so that you can be more present with yourself and other people around you. It's honestly very important to spend time with those who love or care about you, especially if they really love spending time with you. It makes things easier to look forward to when you were doing something with the family, like having a family movie night together, playing board games, or anything that helps involve you guys getting connected together as a family. And there are also friends who would love to spend time with you as well, whether that be calling them, playing online video games, and much more. And remember, life passes by so quickly for all of us. So please don't surround yourself by work all the time, since you cannot get that time back. You and I never know when our last day would be, so we want to make each day count as if it's our last. Like I shared in the beginning, I struggle taking time for myself, and I still do from time to time. But I am definitely proud to say that I have improved so much compared to where I was when I first started college. I've learned and saw the different benefits of rest through the Bible and articles, and I still continue to improve myself each day today. Nowadays, I take time to be with family, friends, and give myself the okay to do something for myself as well. Now, if you're watching this video and you struggle taking time to take breaks and rest for yourself, I know how you feel. If you tried and kept failing each time, please don't give up on yourself. Really try to find yourself different ways to help give yourself a break, even if it's just for 30 minutes each day. I can tell you for a fact that I feel much better as a person, and I know that the Lord wants you to take rest on yourself too. The Lord didn't make us perfect, and we shouldn't try to be, myself included. So please give yourself permission to rest, because you deserve it. I really hope this video gives you encouragement for today. If so, please subscribe, like, and comment below your thoughts about this video, since this is like my first video trying to use Bible verses here. Have a good rest of your day or night. Make sure you give yourself rest, and I will see you in the next video.